It's the Charlie Bahama Show. Yeah.
Hey, welcome to another episode of the Charlie Bahama Show. Somewhere out in the world, in my amazing Airstream, we are social distancing. It's the Corona time, so you know we're going to be doing our show on the road. And this is going to be a fantastic show. This is our second show of the season. And on today's show, we're going to have a new show that's all about kids and for kids. It's called Goombay Kids. Hey, what an apropos. Oh, thank you, Montague.
Dave is good.
Montague, thank you. This show is Goombay Kids. It's all about kids, for kids, made by kids. Can you imagine? I mean, some of these kids are 9 years old. I remember when I was 9 years old, all I did was play out in the garden and eat dirt. But these kids are actually doing a show. So we're going to talk to the producer, the creator, the director, and some of the kids, the stars of Goombay Kids. So when we come back, Goombay Kids on the Charlie Bahama Show. It's the same Charlie, all that same flair, with a little less hair. Hey, welcome back to the Charlie Bahama Show. And as I promised, we're gonna have some of the creators, the producer, and some of the kids of this amazing new show on our TV called Goombay Kids. And right now I have Stephanie in the house, and Stephanie is the creator and a producer on this show. Stephanie, it's so good to have you on the show, and I'm so excited because a show by kids and for kids is amazing. Tell me how this came about.
Oh, thanks for having me. Yes, this show, it started with some very talented kids and some acting classes at CMM Actors Club. And they, were learning on-screen acting and how to become actors. And they were doing such a great job. And, there were just never many auditions for them. So we really sat and thought about how can we showcase this amazing talent, all this Bahamian talent. So we went and came up with some concepts, and I went and I spoke to our TV and I ran by them the idea of wouldn't it be great to have a kids show where the whole cast is kids and they're all trained, and I brought in some audition tapes and they were super excited, and I was so excited that they shared the vision. And from there we went and we just went full force, just expanding on this concept. And we just love the idea that this will give young actors opportunities. So it's really exciting.
Oh, no, it is exciting. But it's also, I think, in this day and age, because look, you and I, usually on my show, I have the person sitting right next to me. You and I are doing it over, the video screen. So how was it doing this show with this, the coronavirus and having the social distance, or, how did that change things for you?
Yeah, that was tough because we had planned the entire show out and basically had to start from scratch again once the pandemic hit. Our original concept was to go on field trips. So each episode was a different field trip. And, the kids would learn and talk to experts on those field trips, and it would be very interactive and, in a group of kids. So when the pandemic hit, we had to scratch that entire idea because it just wasn't safe. And we were in an extremely strict lockdown in March, April. So from there, we had to, we went on pause for a few weeks. I think we were all in a bit of shock, okay, is this going to be our reality? Or is this just a few weeks, And then we realized, listen, if we want to finish the show, we're going to have to figure out how to make it work in a pandemic. So we decided to redo the whole show, the format of it, but still use our existing footage and sprinkle it in to show that we have locations and group shots. But we decided that what would probably work, because kids love YouTube so much, we thought, what would probably work well is to just have a bunch of YouTube segments strung together where you're going into kids' homes or different islands where kids, there were a lot of islands that were still safe at that point and you could still go out and do things. So kids in Inagua, Ragged Island, Abaco, they were still going out and filming and doing things. So we got a lot of footage of all the islands, but the Nassau scenes generally had to be in home in a YouTube type segment with different cameras and direction with the director on Zoom. And we had to basically come up with some fun ideas that are craft segments, cooking segments, even gardening, outdoor activities, and things like imagination sparking things so that kids, I guess, instead of reaching for an iPad all the time, would think, I want to try that. I want to play that game. I want to go outside and do that. So that was kind of also our thought process behind it. Also to like have crafts that are doable, like things that would already be in the home, not things that they have to go out and buy. And so we just have different themes for each episode, you know, like literacy and the importance of family, nutrition, you know, emotions and Bahamian culture and things like that.
Yeah, well, it sounds exciting, and it's a show, you know, I'm happy you guys are doing because it is something that's necessary for the kids. I mean, it's like a Bahamian Sesame Street, I guess, you know?
Yeah.
And what's so cool is Goombay, man. You know, that's a name that, you know, it's us. And I think it's a really good name for international, you know, because I'm sure this show will easily go international. The kids are so amazing. And we're going to talk to some of the kids later on in our show. But right now I want to show a few clips of Goombay Kids. So before we go to the clips, tell everybody what dates it comes on and what time where they can catch Goombay Kids.
Yes, sure thing. It's going to be channel 212. The new episodes air every Saturday at 8:30 a.m. And then they replay again on Tuesdays at 8 a.m. and Thursdays after school at 4 p.m.
Super. Well, Stephanie, thank you so much for coming on the show, and good luck with Goombay Kids. And we'll be seeing you soon, and hopefully we'll be together soon. I want to be on Goombay Kids. You know, you can teach a big kid tricks. That's what my wife calls me, a big kid anyway, so.
Oh yes, we have celebrity guests on the Kids Interview every episode, so we definitely should do that.
All right, I'm sign me up. So everybody, here's a look at the Goombay Kids, all right? Take care.
Bye, thanks.
Hey, hey, today is a Goombay day. The Goombay Kids are all on their way. Hey, hey, so many games to play. It's almost time for a Goombay day. So many things to learn and new friends to meet. The water is warm and the air is sweet. The time is now, so no more delay. Come on and relax. Learn some Bahamian facts. Sit back, here we go, it's a Goombay day.
Goombay Kids!
The Charlie Bahama Show. We'll be right back. Hey, welcome back to the Charlie Bahama Show. And now we're going to talk to the director and two more of the stars of Goombay Kids. Welcome, everybody. How you all doing?
Hi, thank you for having us. Yeah, we're great.
Cool, cool. Now, Bernard, I'm going to come to you first because you're the director of this. And now I've directed a lot of shows and films, and they always say to directors not to do anything with kids or animals. So, and I'll tell you one thing though, but animals have been my lucky, I guess, my lucky charm, because I did produce the video Who Let the Dogs Out? And then I did a film on swimming pigs called Pigs of Paradise with swimming pigs. And they have been big hits. So I don't know. I love working with animals. So tell me, how was it working with all these kids?
Yeah, you love working with animals. I love working with kids. Honestly, I don't know where that saying came from, but I don't find it to be true at all. I think kids are the most honest actors. They're the most expressive, you know, they have no inhibitions. And so directing kids is actually super easy because you just tell them what you want them to say and they say it as if they came up with it themselves. So yeah, no, I love working with kids. I do it, I teach as well. So it was a really easy transition. But for a show like this, made in the Bahamas, for kids and by kids, I just didn't think we could do it without having kids at every facet of the production. So we have a kid host, we have kid experts, we have kids who run all of the segments, and we have these two awesome kids right here who did their own outdoor segment for episode 3 or 4, I can never remember. But yeah, no, I love working with kids, it was great.
Hi guys, so tell me a little about working on this show.
Actually, so Gianno and Grayson, they got into the show through auditioning. Do you want to tell them a bit about how?
Yeah, tell me about, y'all had to audition for the show? How was that? How was that auditioning for the show? Were you nervous when you came out for the audition?
Not really. Not any.
No, they
Oh,
sent
very
an
good.
amazing video. They did a joke. They did a joke and they sent that video into our casting people. We loved it, and so yeah, we cast them right away.
Oh, I'm going to show some clips of that. So in this segment here, I'm going to show the clips with you on it for sure.
Yes,
I'll I
to
know,
that.
as you said, you are a coach as well, an acting coach. So tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, so I'm the acting coach for CMM Actors Club, which is an actors class that's part of the CMM agency. And that's actually how this show, Goombay Kids, came about, was that our amazing creator, Stephanie, who you've met, I think, Stephanie Neon, she was inspired by the kids at CMM Actors Club to make a show with kids for the Bahamas, because I think we've only seen a few of those so far, and we wanted to add something to the industry, you know?
Yeah. So have any of your, I know it's already aired, have any of your friends seen the show yet?
No, sir.
No, they haven't? Well, you better do a better job of social media. You got to get out there and make sure every one of them see the show. You're a star now. Gianno, is this something, or Grayson, is this something you guys think you want to do from here on out?
Yes, sir.
Yeah? Well, listen, good luck to you guys in the future. And Bernard, thank you so much for what you do teaching, these kids in the show. It looks fantastic. And, I wish you all the success in the world.
Thank you so much. And we also want to extend our gratitude towards RTV. This wouldn't have happened without them. And we're so happy that they gave us this platform to present this kind of product and showcase this kind of talent to the Bahamas. So thank you to RTV. Thank you to you, Charlie, for having us. And go watch Goombay Kids every Saturday, 8:30 a.m.
For sure.
Channel 212. Yeah.
That's right, RTV. I'm going to show a clip of it right now, okay? So see you guys later, and I'll be watching, all right?
Thank you. Bye. Thank you, Charlie.
Here's a clip. Here's a clip of Goombay Kids.
What day do we got twins born on? Tuesday. Tuesday?
What can you tell me about the Dead Sea? Wait, I didn't even know that it was sick.
What is a pirate's favorite country? I don't know. Argentina. Why are fish so smart? They're like seriously. Because they go to school.
Why did a banana go to the doctor? I don't know. Because he wasn't feeling well.
The Charlie Bahama Show will be right back. Hey, welcome back to the Charlie Bahama Show. And now we have one of the stars, the host of the amazing Goombay Kids. We got Mara in the house. Mara, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing fantastic. I'm here, self-quarantined and social distancing in my Airstream somewhere in the world. But I hear you're over in Eleuthera?
Yeah.
So that's where you live, in Eleuthera. What part of Eleuthera?
Tarpon Bay.
Ah, Tarpon Bay. So before I get into the show, how is it to live on one of the out islands? I mean, I love visiting the out islands. Eleuthera is one of my favorite islands. So how is it to live there?
It's amazing. The beaches are amazing and the people are so kind.
Oh, that's super. That is something I find about the out islands. Actually, I've been to probably about 9 or 10, maybe more of the out islands all over. So now, living over there in the out islands, is there anything that you miss about maybe living in the big city like Nassau?
Well, I do go back and forth. So I go to school in Nassau. So now that I'm quarantining here, I guess I miss my friends the most.
Ah, your friends. Now, talking about your friends, you are a star on the Goombay Kids. Have any of your friends seen the show, and what do they say so far?
Yes, actually, and most of them, when they do, they message me and they're like, "You're a star, the show is great."
Oh, that's so good. So let me ask you, this show is amazing. I love your show because you're giving kids out there, and adults too, tips on cool things around the Bahamas. Have you learned anything from doing the show? Like, what is some of the things that you learned that you never knew before? The one thing.
Well, I learned about myself that I'm always bubbly and happy.
Yeah, well, that makes for a really good host. And it looks like you're doing a better job than I am, so maybe you might have to take over my show too one day. Now, is this something that you want to keep doing forever? Like, is this something you always wanted to do, host a show, or maybe be an actress or something?
Well, when I was little, I didn't really think about it, but now that I've started it, I really enjoy it, and I hope that I can continue doing it over the years.
I think this is a good start for you, and you are bubbly and you are really good on camera, so I think this will be amazing. Now, tell me, why do you think this show is sort of important for kids your age? You know, what is it that why they should watch a show like this?
Well, because in COVID times, you don't really get to go outside and play, and you're just inside. So we have games and all of those outside and more fun activities to do. So that's probably why.
Yeah, no, you're right. It is something that gives kids ideas of what they can do. And like I said, also parents too, to figure out what they can do, with their kids. So they can learn. And that's the thing I like about this show is it's not only fun and games, it's learning. As I call it, is edutainment. It's education and entertainment together. So now, you're on Eleuthera. Tell me, you said the people are so nice and whatever. What are some of the fun things you like to do in Eleuthera?
Well, most of my family is here, so I like to go and visit them every day and go to the beautiful beaches and play with my dog outside.
Have you been to any other islands?
Yes. I think one of my favorite would be Inagua because you get to see all of the amazing salt crystals there.
Oh yeah, you're right. And the flamingos are there as well. Well, listen, it's such a pleasure having you on. And what I'm going to do now is we're going to show a little clip of you on the Goombay Kids, so all our viewers out there can see you. And this is so amazing. I'm so happy you're on the show and all the kids that are on the show. So congratulations to you and good luck with your future. And I'm sure after this whole COVID thing is over, we'll be able to do an interview, because I want to come to Eleuthera and do an interview with you in Eleuthera. Is that cool?
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're going to see a clip of you right now on the show. So you take care, and we'll be watching your show. Okay, Mara?
Okay.
All right. Bye-bye. So everybody, here's a clip of the Goombay Kids and Mara in action.
Today, Goombay Kids, I'm going to make a Goombay drum with my dad. Goombay is a form of Bahamian music that traditionally uses handmade goatskin drums. It's also the name of our show. Here's how we make it. First, we wash off the skin and get it all ready and smoothed out. Then we find a good barrel that can work for our base of the drum. We can then take our washed drum skin and wring it out. The word Goombay has been around since the 19th century. The actual origins of this term is unknown, but it's believed to come from an African word meaning rhythm. Once the drum skin is ready, we stretch it over the top of the barrel. Then I help my dad hold the drum skin in place while he nails it to the barrel. We put the nails all around the top to keep the drum skin in place. Almost done, Goombay Kids. Wow, check out our new drum. After, you can paint it and decorate it however you want. My dad is teaching me how to play my new Goombay drum for the next Junior Junkanoo. I hope you enjoyed learning about the Goombay music and where our show's name comes from.
Charlie Bahama Show. Charlie Bahama Show.
Follow Charlie Bahama on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, or go to charliebahama.com.
What did the baby corn say to the mama corn? Where's popcorn?
Well, that's it for another episode of the Charlie Bahama Show, somewhere out in the world. I think it was fantastic. I'm so happy that they have the Goombay kids on TV. I wish I had a show like that when I was a kid. Well, I guess we did, huh? It was called Sesame Street. Well, this is Bahamian Sesame Street, the Goombay kids. So you guys watch this show and watch our TV where there's a lot of original Bahamian programming like the Charlie Bahama Show. So until next week, keep safe, wear your mask, and be good.
Charlie Bahama Show. 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 Charlie Bahama